And another thing is, I just seen it, like, but God had just put it on me to say this. But get back up. Like, when I tell you, I just seen his message, and he was telling me that, But in relationships, when it's a problem, you do not give up after that first problem. Like I said, Jesus and God, they are love. So they're perfect. So which means you always going to be growing. You're always going to be going through some growth. You're going to fall down sometimes. The righteous man falls 7 times but gets back up 8. The thing about being with God is being able to fall down and get back up. Being able to fall. Being of the world is not knowing that you already down on the ground. You're going to fall. You're going to mess up. You're going to do some stuff wrong. But run to him instead of turning away from him. That's just like, I'm going to put it in perspective, right? I'm going to give y'all a personal experience on why we should have a relationship instead of religion. So, my first boyfriend did everything right. And I thought he did. I idolized it. I'm telling you. I was like, okay, yeah. Like, he didn't really do nothing wrong towards me. But since I never been in a relationship before, I was friendly. I was still hugging on my boy best friend because we was locked in before that. Anyways. So, he was performing without knowing. He was performing because that's just how he kind of grew up. It's a backstory behind it. But he was performing and was getting everything right. But the one thing he never got right was communicating to me about his feelings. He was never genuine and raw with me. When I hurt his feelings, he ran away from me. And he pulled away for 2 months. Then God was making me real unsettled and stuff in my spirit. And then eventually I called him crying. I was like, break up with me, bro. I was like, no, we're not doing this. Break up with me. If you don't want me, break up with me. And that relationship went down the drain. All because I played a part in it too, of course. But all because he chose to run away from me instead of running towards me. Whenever you mess up, because we're going to mess up, run towards him. Run towards him. He died for that already. So you need to run towards him. It's going to be canceled out. He's not going to beat you up. When you run towards him, he's not going to be like, I can't believe you just did that again. I just told you not to talk about people. You still talking about people? Like, I don't even love you no more. Like, you doing too much. Real love does not do that to people. Real love never ends. It always forgives. God's not going to beat you up. He's not going to let you sit in no sin and be okay with that. But a real relationship is going to cause you to want to run towards that person instead of run away from them. That's why we're supposed to be strong emotionally. And that's why men need to have emotions and learn to get it out. Because if they have those and turn away, that's going to make them start looking at other areas and other females to help them basically subdue that pain they're feeling. That's why when dudes don't feel hurt in relationships, they start to see, and females too, they start to look at other things and they start to look real, like, desirable and appetizing to them. Because they like, it's not going good over here. And I obviously keep on messing up. And we keep on messing up. So that looks good. But just like sin, just like that person, you trading a home for a hotel room. You got a good girl at home, but y'all got into an argument, and you see this girl, she bad. Like, I'm talking about, like, overly thick, bad, and she come up on you, like, she, like, press up on you, trying to get with you. You get what I'm saying? And that seemed cool, but for 5 seconds, and you just ruined a whole relationship for it. But the thing about Jesus is that when it's real love, it never ends. When we sin, we're basically doing that to him. We're cheating on him. But he loves us enough to not to not leave us. I'm not saying don't do that in real life. Maybe if God calls you to stay, that's your business. But I'm not encouraging staying after cheating. But what I'm saying is the love never ends. But when you go through stuff, you're supposed to turn towards that person. Go to them. You're not supposed to really go to other people, because when you start to run to other people, those other people hold that against you. You're supposed to turn to him. When you're angry, turn to him. When you sin, turn to him. Turn to him every time. Because that's how relationships get better. You get over one stool. When he make you upset, turn to him. When you with your boyfriend or girlfriend and they make you upset, you don't talk to them crazy about it, but you gonna be like, hey, what you did really hurt my feelings, and I didn't understand it. I didn't like how you was in that person's face, or you was doing this, or how you never respond back to my text. Like, it's not perfect, but you're communicating how you feel, because then, since it's true love, it's gonna work itself out. Y'all gonna work it out. It's going to hurt. Period, point blank. Relationships aren't perfect. It's going to hurt. They're never going to be perfect. So stop trying to make your relationship perfect. That's the same thing with Jesus. Same exact thing. That's why God gave us relationships, to reflect on our relationship with him and his son. So yeah. Ignore that little pause. But right when I cut the video off, it paused on 6:33. And that's Matthew 6:33 is seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and everything shall be added. When you seek him and you turn towards him and you want him only for who he is and not what he can give you, that's when you start getting transformed. That's when you start getting the love and you get showered with gifts and all type of stuff. It's the same thing with people. When you start like seeking them, as in like asking them questions, being around them more, spending time with them, all the type of stuff, that's when y'all actually start to get better, and they start to give you gifts, certain things. You start to learn certain things. You'll understand them better. Y'all won't even argue for real. Because when you seek somebody, you're seeking out them for who they are. You're not doing it for what they can give you. That's why they say all things will be added. Because if you seek somebody out for who they are, eventually, they're going to turn into what you want. And everything that you wasn't supposed to want, you're not going to want that no more. Just like, I noticed males put girls in like two categories. Girls they could be in a relationship with, and girls that they just, 5 seconds. But with girls that they in a relationship, hold on. Okay, I got it. When girls that they want to be in a relationship with, you'll see that they don't, okay, they may think about lust, but lust ain't their first way. They willing to put that to the side so that the girl they with or want will not think of them a certain type of way. They're willing to change. They're not going to be perfect, but they're willing to change. That's the same thing with God. When we seek somebody in a true relationship with them, we're willing to change. So we may mess up certain times, but we're going to keep getting back up because we love that person. When you only want something for somebody, you're not going to do that. You're not going to put your all into it. Lust takes and love gives. Love sacrifices. So yeah, that dude may want to do certain things or make certain comments, but out of love for that girl that he with, he don't. Same thing with Jesus. We may want to spaz on people and get angry, but out of our love for him and out of us seeking him and seeking that relationship with him, we're going to try our best not to. We're going to slip up sometimes. The righteous man falls 7 times but get back up 8. But it's about you trying and turning back to him. So the whole purpose of me saying all this is to turn back to him. Stop giving up and stop laying down and getting defeated when we already won. Your friend is the one who defeated death, who defeated sin. And you got a relationship with him. So stop laying down and accepting it. Don't accept that junk. Get back up and keep on pushing towards him. The devil wants you to lay down. Don't listen to somebody that you already beat or that Jesus already beat. Don't fall for it. Just cool. Peace, y'all.